Hi everyone, happy Saturday. As I noted in my community post yesterday, I was still waiting on 2 books to show up in the mail for my Flip Through Friday, so we are doing a Flip Through Not Friday, which is actually a Flip Through Saturday. Now, I am using a slightly different setup. I have shifted around my desk a little so that my light is in a different spot. Hopefully it won't glare as much, and I'm also using a headset mic instead of my standard standalone mic. So if you're not a fan of either one, just let me know in the comments and I'll see what I can do. If you don't care either way, that's fine too, but I just want to make sure this is not causing a problem for anyone. If anything, hopefully it's a lot easier to hear me, less background noise. Plus, I don't have to fight with a microphone on this desk as well. So I've been using this headset for my gaming, so figured I'd try it here. Anyways, so yeah, we are doing a flip through today, and I'll talk a little bit at the end of the flip through about what comes next. But I took a trip to Walmart at one point. It's like the first time I've been in Walmart in months. While I was there, I did veer over to the book section and picked up a couple coloring books. Then I saw one that it's still, I guess, technically a new release, but I wanted to include it here. And then we had a new release last week from Jade Summer, and there was another book I wanted. So this is kind of a collaboration of Walmart and Amazon and my inability to stop buying coloring books. So let's get started. One of my purchases at Walmart was A Million Mermaids by Lulu Mayo. Now, I've said before, typically not a huge fan of mermaids. Ocean pictures, which is kind of weird because I love the ocean and I love water, so I'm not really sure why. But I do love Lulu Mayo's work. I know she incorporates stuff from her different books into each one, and I'm pretty much trying to collect all her books. I think the only one I don't have is A Million Dogs, maybe, which I do need to get if I don't have it. It's behind that book. Let me look. No, I have A Million Dogs. I think I've got all her books. I'll have to go and look, but this one completes the collection up to this point. And this is her newest book. It is smaller than a standard 8.5 by 11 book, so keep that in mind. I usually use Jade Summer to measure. Whee! And this will give you a sense of, I'd say, 70% maybe the size of a regular coloring book. So all her books in this series, The Million Mermaids, Million Sloths, and everything, are in this format. So that's what the back looks like. As with all her other books, I need to color in her books more often because I love her pictures. These are printed by Lark. Let me zoom in a little since this is a smaller book. There we go. These are double-sided. That is probably one of the reasons I haven't colored in these much, is because markers, alcohol markers, anything that's going to bleed through will bleed through to the other page. Heavy pencil work, I think, will probably even cause some issues, and we all know how I am with pencils. I need to get a little lighter handed with pencils, and I don't know if I've tried a lot of watercolor pencils. I don't know if I've tried any watercolor pencils in here, but I really should. So I love her art style. It is absolutely adorable. She does have a few little mandalas. Oh, that's so cute. So cute. I like the got one with a microphone. Narwhals, that's what these are called. Got the little horn, the flute, and the microphone. Great combination. See, she does incorporate from her other books a lot. So, like, she might put in some cats. She might put in some... The narwhals, I think, were a big part of her unicorn book, if I recall correctly. So you might see some of the other animals in her pages in the other books, which I think is always cute. Look at that. Now, see, kitty mermaids. I'm pretty cool with just about any cat mermaid. The seal mermaids are adorable too. I have to admit, I really love those. Really love those. So she does have different scenes, and then she also has pages like this with just the different characters drawn. The little whales. Now that's cute. That is just adorable. Now, as always, see, here's some of her unicorns. What I usually do is in the description, I'll have a link to these. If I can find a link outside of Amazon, I usually try to put one, like if it's a Dover book, I'll link to the Dover site, and so on. If I find something on Book Outlet, which I do love, I just haven't gotten a lot from it lately. I think I kind of cleared out all the stuff they had that I really liked, and they haven't had a lot of new stuff come in yet. They have like little snowflakes on them. It's kind of what that looks like. That's cool. But in the description, I'll have the books listed, the links to go to them, which if it's an Amazon link, I'm an Amazon affiliate. I always put that disclaimer in the description, but it doesn't change the price of the book. I just get a few cents referral bonus if you purchase through that link. So, but for the other sites, I'm not an affiliate of anything else yet. Those are so cute. But I'll put the links, I'll put the books, their authors, and the number of pages. Because I have found a lot of times on Amazon they don't list the number of pages. Oh, that one's so cute. That one is just so cute. You've got little bunnies and flowers, and oh my gosh, that might be the first one I do. Though you almost wonder if you should color the background blue, but then the rabbits and the cat would be underwater. Otherwise, the mermaid's out of the water. So, yeah. I don't know. I don't know how I would do that one yet. Have to think on it. And see, that one is a little more underwater style, so. That cat is looking awful suspicious, probably because as a cat, as a lot of cats, I won't say all of them, but as a lot of cats are, they hate water. So he was probably a little suspicious, but see, this one looks pretty content, so he must be the type that really digs water. Oh, we got some pandas in here too. I love the double page spreads, but I just hate that they go into the binding like that, because it just makes them a little more difficult to color, so. Which is not an unusual problem with a lot of books like this. So just keep that in mind. These do go into the binding, so you have to get a little creative with how you color them in that binding. Almost looks like, yeah, it's like a snail, and then everybody kind of lives on the the shell of the snail. That's cute. These mermaids sure like kitties. Alright. They're winning me over. The mermaids are super cute. The mer seals and mercats and merwhales, they're all cute. There's some rabbits hanging out underwater here, so. I like that one. You got the cabbies, also got the unicorn horn. At first I thought that was like a party hat, but I think it's supposed to be unicorn. Look, I figured it was a party hat because he had balloons, okay? I just thought, hey, it is his birthday and he is having a day. This would be a really good page for me to try out some different watercolor mediums just to see how they do. The Million Cats book I do have a couple copies of because if I decide to use markers and stuff, then if I ruin a page, I have the other copy to use pencils in. So there's actually one double page spread in the Cats one, I think, that is kind of a whip I've just been slowly working on. I love this one with the dolphins. These are all really cute. I am glad I got this. Like I said, normally not a huge mermaid fan, but this book is definitely leaning more towards I am loving these mermaids. So all right, next up, did I put these out of order? I put these out of order. We're gonna wait on that one. All right, next up we have a fairly new release. This I had no idea was coming out. I am part of Deborah Muller's Facebook group, but I didn't recall this one being mentioned. I don't know if I just missed it. A lot of her Amazon published books are announced on there, but I just don't recall this one, which is part of the Zendoodle group. This is Kitties and Cities, and, you know, we're real shocked that I bought this book, right? But this is by Deborah Muller. It is a little bit different size. Oh, that's why I had the Jade Summer book. It is a little different size. It's not quite as tall as a regular 8.5 by 11, so I'd say it's about 85% tall. So it is a little shorter, so do keep that in mind. These are single pages printed by the Zendoodle coloring group. Oh, here, let me show you all the back. The hippest cats in the hottest spots ready for the limelight. There are, it says, more than 60 illustrations in these books. I do like the Zendoodle books. I don't use them. I have some color by numbers by Deborah Muller I got through Book Outlet. I do like them. Just, again, story of my life and story of a lot of our lives. So many wonderful books and just not enough time to color in them all. So there's a title page, another title page, super cute. This does show other Zendoodle coloring books that are out there. And Deborah Muller does have a number of them. I find a lot of these, a lot of the Zendoodle books tend to pop up on Book Outlet. So there's a tip there if you haven't used Book Outlet, which I'll talk more about in a second. These are single-sided pages. They are perforated too, which is super cool. Now let me back out just a little. There we go. So these are cosmopolitan kitties. They are out and about enjoying life in the big city. Cat's drugstore. All they sell is catnip. Just catnip. Oh, there's some lunch too. Okay, so they sell catnip and tuna. That is what they sell. Maybe that's a catnip shake he's got. You know, who knows. He looks kind of a bit of a bad boy with that leather jacket going on. So, and that little chain around his neck. And there is the front cover one, which I love. Laid back French kitty, just chilling with his fish and his bread and his coffee. Ooh, that'd be a good nighttime scene. So I'm pretty excited about this one. I've not had a chance to really look through it, so this is a lot of fun. Now, if you're not familiar with Deborah Muller's art, this is pretty much her standard style of art, which I love. It is a little more freestyle, a little more laid back. She does put a lot she does create a lot of pattern with different lines, like on the railing and in the clouds and stuff like that. Some people love that, some people, and she even creates some different patterns like Zendoodles, which, big surprise, the name of the series. This one's so cute. If you're not a big fan of that, then, you know, just a heads up, but sometimes I get in the mood for it. You know, sometimes you just get in a mood, and a lot of times I get in the mood for just simple images. Sometimes I want patterns like this. Sometimes I want something more complex. Sometimes I want grayscale. So a lot of it just depends on your mood. Now, so are those supposed to be like the petals, I guess? I'm really curious as to how that bike's I am thinking too hard about this picture. I want to know how that cat modified that bike so he could ride it, because I am intrigued and I am thinking too hard. He is enjoying life and I am trying to figure out how he modified that bike. So, Subway kitties just hanging out. And that one's pretty. That's going to be a good Christmas picture. Oh, that's the bridge with all like the locks on it from the different couples and stuff. Oh my goodness, what is the name of that bridge? Where is it at? I can't remember offhand, but that's cool. So he is an aspiring artist. We'll say his work's a little abstract, so. Boy, she is working that hat, isn't she? That is one fancy lady there. We'll say that's Central Park right there. And then we got the newsstand advertising chicken and fish, because, you know, hard to believe there are some cats that just aren't that big on fish. And I know that's surprising, but like my cat Winry, when I do like really tuna based or fish based foods, or even just tuna as a treat once in a blue moon, she's kind of just iffy about it. She might eat a little, but she's just not that big a fan about it. I'm assuming a New Year's Eve party's happening here. Digging that disco ball. Got a double-decker bus, so I'm assuming London, maybe. I mean, New York's got, a lot of touristy places have double-decker buses now, so. Yep, Diva. That sounds about right there. Love that. Kind of wish Dog's Drool was here somewhere. I could write that in myself. That would be fun. Trying to see if I could kind of copy the font that's written there. Boy, he is a bad boy, isn't he? With them cans of spray paint. Like I said, a lot of images in this book, which is awesome. If you are budget conscious and you like, you know, getting a lot of pages in your books, this is definitely a good buy, in my opinion. I would say a lot of the books that I get tend to be Amazon printed books, and you'll get, I would say, 50 images. Sometimes it's duplicates of 25 images. Sometimes it's 50 unique images. They usually run by $8 or $9 US. I would say that's probably the average of the books that I buy. And I love those books. There's nothing wrong with that price point. When you are a self-publishing artist on Amazon, my assumption, more than likely, is that, of course, if you publish through Burlesque. Oh my goodness. Look at her hiding behind that fan. I love the little, it looks almost like the little Leia bra there. That one's cute. Man, I kind of want to do that one first. I don't know. Oh, those earrings. That one's cool too. Anyway, to me, that's kind of the standard. And again, not arguing with that price point because I know when you self-publish through Amazon, catnip ale. Amazon typically takes a portion of that, of course, which is understandable because they are printing it for you and you're, advertising through them and everything. So, you want to make sure, of course, that the artists themselves are getting an adequate percentage of that. So, have no issue with that. But for some people that are particularly, that need to be really budget conscious and they're looking for, a few more pages than that. I've mentioned the Camellia Angelkova books are less than that, and those are a good deal. You get quite a few images in those. These books are also a good deal, particularly if you can find the Zendoodle books on Book Outlet, because these aren't printed through Amazon, like this one with the airport. These are all super adorable pictures. But these might be priced a little higher. I can't remember exactly what this one was on Amazon. I'll have to go look, which I'll have to take a break in a moment, and I will come back and tell you at the end of the book. Mouse bites. Whatever he had, and I'm assuming he had the fish and the snails, he looks pretty content. That one's cute. I like that one a lot. That's a good winter one. You got like hot chocolate and little scarves. Aww. They went to the chapel and got hitched. I've been watching a lot of Simpsons. This makes me think of Disco Stew. I would call this cat Disco Stew. Ooh, she's even got her some lipstick on there. She needs an umbrella with all that rain. Well, that one's cute. I like that one. Anyway, these have a really good amount of images. Ooh, we're talking Nashville here. I see that. I think this is I would, again, love all the books I get, but I would definitely mark the Zendoodle coloring books as budget-friendly books. Again, if you can find them on Book Outlet, which a lot of times they are, you can snag them for even a few bucks cheaper, which is awesome. So again, I guess that would be, this was one of the ones I saw that made me want to buy the book, was this, because this is just adorable. I don't know, this might be the first one I do. I do this with every book, don't I? We sit here, we look through the books, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to do that one first. Oh gosh, cat butts. Oh my gosh, now I'm flashing back to the movie musical version of Cats, and that is not a place where I wanted my brain to go today. Shoo weed. Do not recommend. I have nothing against the play itself, don't get me wrong. Surprisingly, not really my cup of tea, but the movie adaptation was just terrible. The people in it were great, the actors. They did the best they could with what they had. Let's just say it like that. Because I love Jennifer Hudson. Love Jennifer Hudson. Oh my gosh, so much. That was the best part of it, was, I mean, the music, which really isn't that big of a surprise, but I love the fact this cat is named Lucky. and you've got the height thing behind it, and then he's got a shiner there going. Cat fighting. Yeah, he wasn't very lucky, was he? That must be a tongue-in-cheek reference there. Maybe I should start wearing a necklace that says lucky, because that sounds about right for me too. Yeah, a lot of images in this book. I have tried markers in here. They've worked okay for me. Water-based markers have worked pretty okay. Haven't had an issue with them. I don't think I've tried pencil yet in these books, so I can't really say for sure what works well in this book and what doesn't. She looks a lot happier than I would have expected for... Maybe they're caroling. Maybe that's what it is. Instead of yowling, they're caroling. Maybe that's why she doesn't look irritated. We got New Orleans. A lot of glittery opportunities here, like for glitter gel pens and stuff. And that one's cute. Anyway, super cute book. Let me go check the price of this, and I will be right back. Alright, quick check Amazon. This is $11.98, which I think is still a pretty good deal for 60 pages, especially since they are single-sided pages. So there we go. But again, if you like the Zendoodle coloring series and you like that having that number of images, I'd encourage you to go check out Book Outlet, because a lot of the other Zendoodle coloring books tend to pop up on there from time to time. It's a great place to see them and maybe get them for a couple bucks cheaper. We're going to go ahead and do this one because this one's right here in front. Like my lighting changed. Okay, I lied. I wasn't gone for just a brief moment. I had to run my husband to the mechanic to get his car, which I will talk about in my next video. The fun times around that. So, this book... I know Anne from A Colorful Life has been wanting this for a long time. Jade Summer has the Cute Witches, just regular line art out. That's been out for a while, but they just came out with the Grayscale version of the book. And again, you guys know how much I like the Jade Summer Grayscales. And so as soon as I saw this, I knew... I'm not jumping and buying every one of their books. I'm trying really hard not to, but this one I just knew was going to be part of my collection. So, basic Amazon printed book, letter sized, single-sided paper with black backing, typical Jade Summer book layout. So if you've seen the line art flip through, again, it's the same pages, same line art, it's just in a grayscale format. So here is the title, copyright, kind of intro page here. You don't really have a title page right now, but it does give copyright info. And we get started. So this is 2 sets of 25 images, if I recall correctly. And I love the line art version of this book. So you can imagine how excited I was for the grayscale version. I've been wanting to color this one forever, and then I keep seeing other people color it, and I get discouraged because everybody else's is so good, and it's just like, I don't know. I know mine isn't going to turn out as nice as some of the others, and I don't know. This one too. I've seen just so many beautiful renditions of these. And grayscale, the grayscale books are great for me for those times where I want some shading, but I'm just not either in the mood, nor do I have the energy to really put in the work myself. The grayscaling of these really takes a lot of the guesswork out for me. So, you know, I feel like this one is almost a little darker in the grayscale than some of their others. Call me crazy. And that's good. I don't see an issue with that at all. But to me, it seems like this one might have a little more contrast, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Like the dark grays are definitely a little darker and the light grays are a little lighter. Like the contrast between them seems to be there a little bit more in this one. Like I said, could be imagining it, but and it might just be the style of this book. I mean, it is kind of a witch's book, and maybe the style of this is just they're typically going to be darker and grayer. Heck, it could be the way this book was printed, and mine just looks different compared to everybody else's. I don't know. I'd have to look at some other flip throughs. But y'all have seen me color a couple of these. I actually did this one in pencil. I did this one in marker, the Arteza Everblends, and I actually blended out the markers in there. So again, really dig the book. Super excited to see it in the grayscale format. And don't be surprised if you see me coloring out of this one soon on the channel, especially when October comes around. Might even get to it before October. That's a good autumn picture, actually. A few of these might be good to start in September. Some of them, I mean, you can color a Halloween picture, any Halloweenish type picture anytime. You can color a witch picture anytime. I think this is a great mix of like the cute and a little bit, maybe not scary, but you've got the skulls in there too. So it's not 100% cutesy. A lot of these have a cutesy look, and then maybe they're not quite so so cutesy as first glance. So yeehaw, y'all. Like, I don't know if I've noticed that one with the little crosses on his eyes. That's cute. And then we start over with the next set of 25 images. Let me pop down to the back of the book. I generally try to show y'all if there's anything in the back. They do have where you can buy digital editions on their website, join their email list, the artwork group on Facebook, a list of their books, which is already out of date because they just released a steampunk book yesterday. So heads up for y'all that like steampunk, they do have that out. I definitely, unfortunately, I'm just not a steampunk fan normally, so I probably won't get that one, but I know a lot of you are, so just a heads up there. And leave your reviews, and there we go. All right, so this is another pickup from Walmart. I was kind of looking at just some of their different books that they had. I don't know. I figured I was at Walmart. My goal should have been to spend as little time in that store as possible. Grabbing some coffee. But I just figured I could poke around the back. I've been thinking about the Mystery Colors, I think is what they're called, magazine. And I know that those are sometimes available in stores, but I guess my local Walmart doesn't carry them. That was kind of what I was looking for, but it wasn't there. Anyway, I found the Mermaids book and I found this one. This is Calm Color by Number. It is printed by Thunder Bay Press. I don't know if you can see that down here. Here's the back. It says printed in Singapore, an imprint of Printers Row Publishing Group. So this is a large print color by number, which we all know I love. These are the types of pages I like when I don't have a ton of light. I'll color them here, but like if I'm in the living room particularly and we're watching something, these are really good type books for me. It's a thicker cover on it. In terms of a regular sized coloring book, it is a little wider. It's kind of hard to see. It is a little wider, but it is not quite as tall. So quite a few images in here though. Quite a few. So if you open it up, it does show the completed version of the pictures, which is cool. This isn't, to me, like a mystery one, so I don't mind seeing the finished pictures. I think they've got some here, and then there's some on the back cover as well. So there is the title page. Another title page. I don't see any artist name. It says publisher Peter Norton, and then it's got some information over here. What in the world was that noise? That was a weird noise. Okay, anyway, sorry. I don't see an actual artist name, but that might have something to do with it. So, introduction. Some text there for you to read. Now, where is the color key? You know, if I bought this stupid thing and it didn't have a color key in it, I'm going to laugh so hard. No, it did. Oh my gosh. The color key is back here in the back. So they do have some of the completed, darn it, some of the completed images back here. And the color key actually folds out. So they have some of them there. And then if you fold out here, you get more of the completed pictures. But the color key is here. And I love it because you can fold it out and you have it there next to you. I love, oh my gosh, I tell you, I love the Creative Haven color by number books, but this is the one thing I wish they would do is create a fold out of the color legend rather than having it on the front cover. That would just make life so much easier in those books. But I am so tickled. That was one, I was like, surely I did not buy this thing and it didn't have a color key in it. So there are quite a few images in this book. This is not a complex color by number, as you can see. But I think there's just enough difference in it to create some really nice contrast. And there are all kinds of pictures in here. So you get some landscapes, you get some like this, which are feathers. I think these are like, are these bugs or water drops on leaves? I can't remember. You do get some mandalas, which it is a little weird because this one's not centered. That's a little odd. Not a huge fan of that. If you're going to put a mandala in here, you should shrink it and center it to fit the page. But that's okay. And you get some animals, some flowers. I think this one was like a galaxy type picture when I saw it on the thumbnail, and I actually really dug that one. I wouldn't have known that until I saw the thumbnail, so I guess some of these are kind of a surprise. So yeah, this paper feels really smooth. As y'all know, marker will be my first go-to for this, and I guess I can at some point let y'all know, maybe in the finished pictures thing at the end of the month, if I can get a picture done in here before then, let y'all know how the markers did. Smooth paper like this, weirdly enough, can be a bit of a toss-up. That smooth type of paper, and it's not super thin paper either. Kind of reminds me of the other books I recently got that were color by number, and I can't think of the name of them. But kind of reminds me of that type of paper, which when I colored on that, the marker, it was an artisan marker, it took really well. But sometimes with smooth paper, marker can be a bit streaky, depending on what type of marker you use. So we will see. We will see how this goes. Like I said, I will let y'all know. I see this one's centered. This one I'm cool with. But yeah, there's not a, I guess the theme for this is calm, but not necessarily the imagery, or maybe the imagery. I don't know. I don't know how seeing picture of fruit would make me calm, but like a beach scene, yeah, I get it. But I guess it just means you can be calm while you're coloring. This looks like, I guess, a fairy sleeping on top of a potted plant. Or it's a person and it's a very big plant. Very big plant. I would say this is, yeah, a little more relaxing type imagery. Hang on. We're having a moment. Hang on. Yeah, okay. Now, Oreo decided he wanted up on the desk, and when he jumped up here, he didn't quite land, and the blanket that was there started sliding off the desk, and he started sliding with it. So I had to rescue him. And now he's looking up here. I rescued him, and now he's going to come stomp around in the middle of the video. Anyway, this one's a pretty picture. I know, buddy. I know. I knew he was old, y'all, but like, I figured out this year he's at least 16. I'm not 100% sure the age he was when he came here, but the best guess everybody had was about 7. And, ooh, speaking of kitty cats. And so because of that, he is about 16 now. So he is officially my old man of the bunch. With his little head bobbing problems. So, you know, he is a bit klutzy. He is a bit klutzy. I think between the bobbing and the arthritis and I don't know, he's never been like even jumping up on stuff, and he had a senior wellness done at the beginning of the year, so they've seen him recently, and everything's good. He did have a little bit of a heart murmur, but that was about it. Other just normal older cat stuff, a little bit of heart murmur. His kidneys are not fantastic, not terrible, not great. If you get that reference. See, another one's slightly off center. I don't know. Some people may be okay with that, but that does not put calm in my heart. I am well, not always everything has to be perfectly aligned, but a picture like that being off center is just really, really weird. But anyway, anyway, bless his little old man heart. Where he was sliding, it was between 2 of the desks, and so I didn't want him to hurt himself. That's what I was more worried about, is he's going to get hurt, and I do not need to have to take another cat to the vet, y'all. Oh, Lord. That almost looks like a little Easter egg or something. I don't know what that is. It's a bridge and waterfall maybe? I don't know what the colors are, so yeah, you got some patterns, you got landscapes. So yeah, I guess these are calming images because you've got some yoga positions and stuff. That's probably what I should be doing rather than coloring. I saved your bacon, buddy. You should be grateful. I don't know, again, why volcano erupting would be calm, but, you know, hey, everybody's different. Okay, Oreo has left the building, or at least left my area. I guess he's going to go stomp on Brent now for a while. He's very odd in that, oh, there's another one. Oh, yeah, I do not like these images. If I had a goal of completing this book, these images would either be saved for last, or I would just flat out skip over them. I don't know why. That's so bizarre. I know I'm strange but anyway. I started to think these were snowmen and they're like little rock, um, oh, there's a word for them and that word's not going to happen. Cute little bears. The baby bear. The cub. Yeah, there are a lot of images in this book. See, y'all got a supersized flip through Not Friday. So, like, this isn't, as you can see, these aren't George Tufexis level complexity when it comes to color by number. These are definitely, I mean, I wouldn't even, these are adult level color by numbers. I mean, kids could do them for sure. I have no doubt in my mind, but I wouldn't say these are, I wouldn't say these are super simple either, like geared towards kids. I think this is definitely geared more towards adults. I think this is, again, not just crazy simple, just enough. Just enough for the days where you want to put some color on paper and you don't want a magnifying glass, because as you can see, these are nice size numbers. You don't need, blah, come on, Michelle, words. You don't want to have to go hunt down a magnifying glass or a strong light to be able to see the numbers. You don't care that the numbers show through. You just want to be able to color maybe a picture in one sitting. Then this is a good book for that. And for the number of images, let's see what the price was, $12. Number of images, I think it is definitely a bargain buy for somebody that really likes this style of color by number. So, I heard a sigh come from the living room. I guess Oreo is laying on him. This is the thing, guys. Oreo is very strange these days. He crawls in your lap, and, like, at least for me, he crawls in your lap, or he crawls beside me, or halfway on me, or something. And, like, you go to pet him, and he seems irritated. See, this one I'm okay with. So, I'm sorry, guys. I know that's just... Some of you will understand, I think. But anyway, so he'll crawl into, let's say he crawls into Brent's lap. If Brent starts petting him, he gets irritated. If Brent doesn't pet him, he gets irritated. It's like he wants attention, but he doesn't really know what he wants sometimes. And I think those are the really frustrating times for all of us, because we're like, you know, I will pet you, just settle down, or, you know... Or he'll come over to me and I'll be like, you know, I'll put aside whatever it is I'm doing and I'll be like, all right, you know, you want attention. And so I'll start petting him and he glares at me and starts to slink off, or he'll just keep stomping around on me. Sometimes he just wants to lay on you. He doesn't want pets. There was a day this week I took a nap and he laid there with me on top of me, and we both slept probably 2 hours. He didn't want to be touched. He just wanted to, but he wanted to just lay on me. He just wanted that comfort, I guess. Which is okay, like I said, as long as he settles. But sometimes, I don't know. He definitely gets plenty of attention. He may not know what he wants, but he does get attention when he asks for it. For as long as we can give it to him until he gets irritated and leaves. Or Brent has to pick him up and move him because he keeps getting in the way of him working. I guess I'll have to count the images. I am guessing... 75, 100 maybe? Might be faster just to count the completed images on the covers when I post this. Well, the final book, I may not show the whole book anyway because it is one of those mystery mosaics and it's just squares and squares and squares. So y'all know what I'm talking about. And if you don't, you'll figure it out very quickly. This one's very pretty. I like the moth and the little random bird. I don't know what it is. That might be the first one I do in here. I don't know. I'm kind of digging doing that one today. I'm going to finish this video and get it loaded, and then I'm going to go make me some lunch, and after that, I don't know what I'm going to do. We will just see. I feel like I've had a pretty productive morning. The line art is, you know, some of these have stronger line art than others. So I do still kind of wish like this was smaller so you had the whole circle, but this bothers me less than if it was pushed like part of the way off. So dancing lambs or dancing sheep, either way. It will be interesting as I'm getting into this to see, like, there's some areas that are blank and it looks, they seem to match up with if you were to leave like highlights or leave white space in a picture. So I don't 100% know like the accuracy of the numbers and this and that. I won't know till I start coloring it. And if it's just a hot mess, I will, of course, let you guys know. But again, I found this at Walmart. I will poke around, see if I can find it online as well. Oh, that picture is so cute. Oh, look at that big tongue right there. Oh no, now I kind of want to do this one. Yeah. I'm getting okay with cat pictures. At least. Ugh. Okay. Just moving along. Just moving along. I feel like, so, and this struggle is going to sound familiar. I feel like I should just start with my bookshelf and I should start with book 1, and if I haven't colored a picture in it, pull the book out and color a picture in it and then move to the next one. The problem with that, as we all know, is A, am I in the mood to color a picture like whatever I pull off the shelf? And B, you know, if I find a book that I'm really having fun in, do I just stop do I stop coloring in it and just move to the next picture? Or do, you know, like that's the thing. It's a challenge that I want to challenge myself with. But I also don't want it to turn into a punishment, if that makes any sense. So, I hear mowers. I don't think our mowers are due back yet. The yard doesn't seem tall enough for that. So hopefully that's somewhere else. I think these are little huts. I don't know, a few of these pictures I am not 100% sure what they are. So these little lines here, that is some sharp, ultra fine markers, sharp colored pencil, gel pen type work right there. Or are those left white? You know, I think those are left white because it would have been impossible for them to squeeze a number in those. Huh. Well, that might be interesting. That one would be really cool if that's like a night sky. I'll have to look. And see, hey, the thing I'm starting to learn, I like this picture a lot too. The thing I'm starting to learn with color by numbers is, you know, you don't have to always color it by the number that is showing. What in the world? Is that just a random pattern there? That's bizarre. But yeah, the thickness of the line art is random. The imagery does look different picture to picture, so it's either a team of artists, I think, or they pulled these from something. Maybe it'll say in the back. Who knows? I'm assuming if they're selling this book at Walmart that they have all the proper approvals. Yeah, see, that was the one I was kind of looking at right there, but the bird is not as brightly colored as I was hoping, so I don't know. Oh, that was a snake. I don't know why I've been so drawn. Look, I'm not a snake person. I'm more of a snake person than I am a spider person. We'll say it like that, but I am not a snake person. But man, here lately I have been really drawn to snakes for some reason, and like lizards and chameleons and stuff. What was the picture I was looking for? Ooh, yeah, that might be the one. The one with the lion and the little baby. I like the picture next to it too. Anyway, it's a nice mixture of just really pretty bright colors, and then some of these have a little more subdued color. So, and then again, there's the color key if you were curious. Quite a few browns. I would say, depending on the marker set you have, you might struggle with meeting all the brown color requirements. There's a brown black. That might be hard to find. So some, you know, you might have to get a little creative with that. So anyway, don't see an artist on that one, but boy, that book took a long time, even by my standards. Finally, though, we have Mystery Mosaics Flowers. I feel like this is a fairly new release from Belba family. You guys know how much I love their Wow Cats book. At first, the tiny little squares and numbers kind of threw me off with these books, but now I kind of love them. Just depending on what kind of mood I'm in. These are great for having to focus on this and not other things in my life. But I saw the Flowers one again. I think this one was released fairly recently. Amazon printed book, 3x3 sections. The color key is here on the back, but I believe it's on each page as well. Here are some of the examples. And what is up? I'm getting, when I get the books, the Cute Witches and this one came in today, and both of them were in decent shape when I got them. But yeah, I know I'm not the only one. I know a lot of people are experiencing some issues. I tend to try to order books with other stuff, hoping that they put it in a box and maybe it's in a little better condition. But I did that recently, and the way they put it in the box, it didn't sit well. So I think it's just, who knows? It just depends on a lot of factors these days if you're ordering books through the mail. 30 pictures, it looks like. Here are some other color by number books by them, which you've seen me go through. Which one do I... The Lisa's Garden one is probably the next one I'm going to get of theirs. Yeah. And then this book belongs to... So this is what I was talking about. I'm not going to flip through every page in this book because these, all you're seeing is a bunch of boxes with numbers in them. And depending on the book, sometimes you can see kind of what the picture's going to look like. But since this one's flowers, I have a feeling that's going to be a little harder to do. So I'm going to zoom in here and just show you. Like, these are tiny numbers. Tiny numbers. Like, I need either a strong light to see them or I need a magnifying glass. Whoop. And that really takes them out of focus. And a lot of people will use fine liners or colored pencils or something small. Some people use like a crosshatch X pattern on these so they don't have to color the whole boxes in. I just barrel through and color the boxes in. I usually use I like the Bic marking type markers for this that have a fine tip, but in any type of fine tip marker, but I try to be as careful as I can, but it bleeds because it's Amazon paper. So if you do not like your pictures to, if you use markers and bleeding markers in the other sections drives you nuts, I wouldn't recommend using those here. I'd recommend like fine liners or pencil or doing the crosshatch thing. I haven't tried the crosshatch. I should try it. I want to try it, but I just haven't had a chance. So looks like these are all roses. I think they're the same color roses. Yeah. As far as I know, I don't think there is a place where you can see all the completed pictures. You just see a few on the back. So the color legend is also at the bottom, which is nice. Kind of wish, I don't know, because I like having them on each page, but if they took this off and just kept it like on a separate page, then they might be able to expand the boxes just a little more, but I mean, I don't know which one I'd prefer there anyway. So anyway, I think these are pansies. As you can see, they're just a bunch of numbers and boxes. So we're not going to flip through the whole thing, but there are 30 images in here. If you like the mystery ones where you don't really know what they look like, this is what they end up kind of looking like. They are going to look a little squarish, not super smooth, but the further that you look away from them, the better they look. And like I said, I did a couple of the Wildcat ones, and I really like them. So I've picked up a few more of their books, and again, excited to do them, just gotta find the time. All right, so if you're still here, we're done with our flip through, not Friday. And there is a lot of cat hair. Big surprise in my house. Okay, so quickly, here at the end, just a quick update. I did start coloring again, I'd say last weekend, and been doing mostly color by number. I've actually been working mostly through this book, which is the Color Counts Mythical Fantasy. My goal is to get through the book, and like right now I'm doing all the single pages. Y'all saw this one on Instagram. I don't think I'm gonna post them all on Instagram, but see, there's another one. My first goal is to get all of these single color by number images done that have a legend with them. Then I'm going to do all the fold out ones that are double pages, and then I'm going to go back through and color the ones where I can make up my own color group. So these have been, it's been something to do at night while we've been watching like The Simpsons and stuff. So I'll probably mention that too in my next video. So my goal is next week, Monday-ish, maybe Sunday, but probably Monday, I'm going to post a color in chat. That is probably going to be a marker one. I'm not sure what I'm going to color in yet. I have enough to talk about. I'm not quite ready to talk about Annie yet. I do have a picture that I do want to work on kind of for her, and I figure that one will be a good one to talk about her, but I'm just not mentally ready to do that. So Monday will be kind of talking about all the other things that have been happening, because let me tell you, it's been a lot. At this point I'm just kind of laughing and saying, okay, big surprise. I know. Anyway, so Mondays will be more of a just general life color and chat. Then we're going to do Flip Through Friday. If I don't go through another book buying spree, which I don't plan to. What is today? The 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. There is a book coming in that is a new release that I pre-ordered from Marjorie Sarnett. Christmas Cats, and I believe it is due on the 15th, which is next Saturday. If it comes in early and it comes in on Friday, then I will do that one. If it comes in on any other day, it'll have its own video, but Next Friday, my plan is to start with my collection. And way back when, I did a vote on what people wanted me to do, and I think themes won out. I'll have to go back and look. It was still pretty close between like random and themes. So I can't quite remember. Whichever one won in the vote, I will stick with. And we're going to start going through my collection, because there's definitely plenty of books to do that with. So anyway, so maybe 2 videos next week, guys. And again, we will see what happens and go from there. Anyway, thanks guys for watching. As always, feel free to leave a comment. I will try to heart it at least to let you know I saw it. I may not be still quite ready to respond a lot, but I do want you guys to know I do see them and I do appreciate them more than you know, here on Instagram, on YouTube, just everywhere. So thanks guys, and talk to you soon. Bye for now.